Good morning, good morning. Hope you're feeling fine. Good morning to all the girls. Hi, girls. Good morning, good morning. I hope you're feeling fine. Good morning to all the boys. Hi, boys. Good morning. I hope you're feeling fine. Good morning to all you wiggle worms. Hi, wiggle worms. I'm so glad that you're all my friends. You bring me joy that never ends. I'm so happy to be your friend. Hello. Hi, good morning, friends. I'm so glad to see you here today. I'm really excited for today because tomorrow I'm going camping with my family. I'm going to be camping for the whole weekend. I'm super excited, and all my kids are super excited. Everybody's excited. I love camping. It's one of my favorite things to do. So, let's go ahead and get started with our stories today. We are going to start over here with a new book. Well, it's kind of new to the library. Excuse me, called Different Families. And this is a non-fiction book. And this is in the series that we have called Celebrating Differences. This one is written by Rebecca Pettiford. No illustrator, of course, because these are photographs. And here we have, like all our nonfiction books, table of contents. Our families. Families are all different. Tia has 2 dads. Both put her to bed. Both wake her up. May has 2 moms. One has brown hair, one is blonde. But both of them love her a lot. Beth's mom and dad are divorced. She's at her dad's house. They have fun. Well, that does look like fun, doesn't it? Beth's dad remarried, and now B is her stepmom. She has stepsisters too. Oh, that's exciting. I have a stepmom and stepsisters too. Where does Ida live? With her grandma. I know I have some storytime friends who live with their grandparents. Jay is adopted. Mom cares for him all by herself. Gia is adopted too. She was born in Korea. PJ is her brother, and he is from Mexico. Max lives with a foster family. Soon, he'll be adopted too. What is your family like? This looks like a nice family. And here's our index. Of course, I skipped it again. Our picture glossary. So just to go over some of these words you guys might not know. Adopted, that's our first one right up here. Adopted means to be raised by parents to whom one is not biologically related. Divorced, that means a couple who has chosen to end their marriage. My parents are divorced, and I have a stepmom and a stepdad, and I have one stepbrother, one adopted brother, and 2 adopted brothers, and 3 stepsisters. I know, it's a lot, right? I have a really great blended family. Okay, foster family. A family that cares for a child, usually until he or she is adopted. I know we have a lot of foster families here in St. James. Remarried, to be married again following a divorce or death. stepmom, a woman married to one's father, but who is not one's biological mother. And then a stepdad is the same thing as a man who is married to your mother, either or. And then stepsisters are daughters of one's step-parent and his or her former partner. So, family can be a lot of different things, right? And I know a lot of people have pets that they consider to be part of their family, and that's very special too. So, families can be anything. I love that. Next up, this one is a classic. Excuse me. This past weekend, I repotted all of my vegetables and my herbs, and I put them in big pots. And so it made me think, ooh, I should read a book about planting this week. This book is called Planting a Rainbow, and it's written by Lois Ellert. I believe written and illustrated. Here's our title page. Yep, written and illustrated. Planting a Rainbow. And look, the word rainbow is written in rainbow colors. I love that. Written and illustrated by Lois Ellert. Every year, Mom and I plant a rainbow. In the fall, we buy some bulbs. Orange tiger lily bulb, red tulip bulb, orange tulip bulb, yellow daffodil bulb, blue hyacinth bulb, purple crocus corm, purple bearded iris rhizome. Pretty cool. We order seeds from catalogs and wait all winter long. This packet is a packet of phlox seeds. You can see those are a beautiful flower. Morning glory seeds, zinnia, aster, cornflower, marigold, and daisy. My stepdad always swore by marigolds to keep the bugs out of your gardens. For spring to warm the soil and sprout the bulbs. There they are, the tulip bulbs, the hyacinth bulbs, the daffodil and crocus. You can see underground where they're growing, and then right here where they've started to sprout. And there's the rest of them. Some of them are even growing flowers already. Then it's time to go to the garden center to select some seedlings. That's what I did this year. I bought my plants already planted. I got my seedlings. We sow the seeds and set out the plants in soil. Tiger lily, rose, violet, carnation, daisy, phlox, aster, delphinium, marigold, zinnia, poppy, pansy, morning glory, cornflower, iris. It's going to be a beautiful flower garden. And we watch the rainbow grow. So there's our tiger lily. There's the daisy and the phlox. There's the aster, hasn't bloomed yet. The marigold hasn't quite bloomed yet. The zinnias, those are going to be beautiful when they bloom. The morning glory is a vine. It has pretty blue flowers. There's the cornflower. The iris, it's getting ready to open. Down here we have the rose bush. Be careful, roses have thorns. I'll poke you. We have the violet, carnation, delphinium. These are some of my favorite flowers. Poppies, pansies, and ferns. Ferns are a green leafy plant. Oh, look! It grows and grows. You guys, aren't those beautiful flowers? Oh my. I just love them. The purple and blue ones, these are my favorites. We have some red flowers. Our red flowers are tulips. That's a tulip right there. Carnations, right there. The rose, right there. This is the tulip when it's opened up. This is when it's not quite opened up. This is my favorite way to see it. Next we have and orange flowers. There's another tulip in a different stage of blooming. There's one of the zinnias. Those are beautiful. Tiger lilies. I love lilies. Tiger lilies are really great, but stargazer lilies are my favorite. And poppies. Poppies can come in more than one color too. And some yellow blooms. Here's the daisy. There's the marigold. And here are the daffodils. I bet you guys have daffodils in your yards. We grow something green. Remember the green leafy plant that I was talking about? That's the fern right here. And some blue flowers. Excuse me. Remember, these were some of my favorites. The beautiful morning glories growing on the vines. These delphinium, the hyacinth, and the cornflowers. Oh, I just love them. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. And some purple flowers too. This little one is the crocus, and this big bushy one is the phlox. Here we've got an iris. Got these pretty little violets. Here's some asters, and this is a pansy. I have two little hanging baskets on my front porch right now with pansies in them. All summer long, we pick them and bring them home. It's a big bouquet of flowers. I'm trying to help you guys see it all. So nice, isn't it? I love those. And when summer is over, we know we can grow our rainbow again next year. Did you guys like that story? How many of you have planted flower gardens at your house, or maybe at your church, or at your grandparents' house? Lots of places you could do that. And you guys know that all of the beautiful plants and flowers that you see around town, you know, by the railroad tracks and by the municipal center, all of those are maintained by the Gardeners of Forest City. They are a group of wonderful, wonderful volunteers who are very smart when it comes to plants and flowers and making things look beautiful. And they go around town and they keep all of those beautiful flowers watered, and they keep everything nice and clean. And then at Christmas time, they come and they change them out and they put Christmas decorations in there. So the next time you see one of those great volunteers that belong to our Gardeners of Forest City Club, make sure you say thank you for all the hard work that they do around town. I love looking at all the beautiful things they make. Oh, we've got a friend watching. Hi, Ronan. Hi. I hope you've liked our stories so far. Are you ready for a song? I'm ready for a song. I'm feeling really happy today, so I want to sing my favorite song, of course, If You're Happy and You Know It. Are you guys ready? Let's see. Here we go. I sometimes have a hard time finding my favorite song. I feel like it should be in one place, and it ends up in another place. All right.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp those feet, friends.
If you're happy and you know it,
Stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it,
peekaboo.
peekaboo,
If you're happy and you know it, peekaboo.
peekaboo.
Happy and you know it,
Then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it,
peekaboo.
peekaboo.
If you're happy and you know it,
Wiggle your ears. If you're happy and you know it, wiggle those ears.
if you're
Happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, wiggle your ears. If you're happy and you know it,
shout hooray.
hooray!
And you know it, shout hooray.
Hooray!
And you know it,
Then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray! Hooray! Oh, I hope you guys like singing that song. I always worry that my friends might get tired of my favorite song, but they never say they do. So, you know. Oh, look! Jonas and Olive! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys were able to watch today. I miss seeing you at the library. I hope you guys are having a good time. You know, Miss Nikki needs her coffee. At home, at the library, it doesn't matter. I gotta have my coffee during story time. Okay, 2 more stories to go. This one right here, I'm really, really excited about. And this one I kind of want to make sure that I tell my grown-up friends, because this is a series that we have at the library. You can see right here. It says My Itty Bitty Bio. And these are really early biographies of historical figures and artists and presidents and all kinds of really interesting people. And this lady is really, really, really interesting. And I really wanted to read about her today. This is Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo was an artist. All right. Now this is a nonfiction book, but this one has illustrations rather than photographs. Here, of course, is our table of contents, as always. And we don't really have the traditional title page like what you would normally have. This one just says Frida Kahlo, but this book is written. I've got an author name on here. I want to make sure I acknowledge them. Let's see. Written and illustrated by Zina de Vera. So there, now we've got it. It's always important to make sure that we give people credit for their work. I was born in 1907 in Mexico. Life was hard. People were poor and hungry. That's not an illustration, that's a picture. That's Frida and her sisters. And this is my story. This is part of her story. I was 6 when I got polio. I played sports, but I was shy. Here's another picture of her. My school was mostly boys. I was smart. I wanted to be a doctor. What are your favorite subjects? My favorite subjects at school are reading. I like, let's see, what else did I love when I was in school? Music was my second favorite. Reading, music, and art. Those are probably my favorite things. Oh, and history. History, of course, I love history. I just love learning, friends. I think that's what it is. I was in a bus crash. I was 18. I broke bones. I've broken a few bones. You guys remember when I broke my finger and when I broke my toe? Yeah, some of my friends probably remember. I wanted to feel better. I painted self-portraits. There's some of her painting supplies, or someone's painting supplies. I married Diego Rivera. He was an artist too. We traveled for work. And there's Frida as a grown-up lady and her husband, Diego. I was proud of my country. I wore traditional Mexican clothing. What are you proud of? So, quick story. Most people don't know this, but my family on my mom's side is actually Italian. And I have a really strong sense of my Italian heritage. And that's one of the things that I love most about living in St. James is that there are a lot of other people here who are also really strongly attached to their Italian heritage. So it's one of my favorite things. Talk to your grown-ups and find out what your heritage is and what you can be proud of. I sold a self-portrait. A big museum bought it. And that was her self-portrait that she created. Isn't she an amazing artist? I don't think I could do a drawing that beautiful or a painting. I was always creating art. I made about 200 pieces of artwork. Wow. That is amazing. That is a lot of art. I died in 1954. My work became more famous. People can visit my old home. What would you like to ask me? You know what I would ask Frida Kahlo if I could meet her? I would ask her how she got so good at self-portraits. I would ask her what it was like, how many times it took her to do her first self-portrait, and maybe just ask her about her life. I think that would be interesting. So here's a timeline of Frida's life. She was born in 1907. In 1929, she married Diego Rivera. In 1941, the museum bought her famous self-portrait. 1954, she died. She became much more famous after her death. And here's our glossary. Polio is a disease that attacks the brain and spinal cord. Self-portraits are pictures of yourself that you draw. Traditional means having to do with beliefs and activities that are handed down from long ago. I bet you guys have some traditions in your family, and I bet you don't even think about them. Like, let's see, it's June now, and coming up in a couple of weeks we have Father's Day. And I know for my husband, one of his favorite Father's Day traditions is to go fishing with his dad. It's their favorite thing to do together, and they always like to go on Father's Day, and that's a tradition for them. So talk to your grown-ups. Ask them about your tradition and your heritage. It's a great time for learning. All right, one last story. I hope you guys like this one. A couple of weeks ago, for bedtime stories, I read The Day the Crayons Quit, and then I read The Day the Crayons Came Back. Now, this one might seem like it is from that same type of series, but it's actually not. This is a different type of book, different author, different illustrator, and it is called How the Crayons Saved the Rainbow. It's written by Monica Sweeney and illustrated by Feronia Parker Thomas. This is a fun book. I really like this one a lot. I love rainbows. When my friends ask me what my favorite color is, I always tell them the rainbow because I just can't choose a favorite color. All right, here's our title page. How the Crayons Saved the Rainbow. Written by Monica Sweeney. Illustrated by Veronia Parker Thomas. And of course, our publisher right here, Sky Pony Press. I like the illustrations in this book because it looks like they were made from crayon. The sun and the clouds were best friends. They worked together to keep the earth warm and gardens growing. But of all the things they did together, the very favorite thing was making rainbows so that the whole world was colorful and happy. Then one day, the sun and the clouds had a big fight. The clouds were blocking the sun, and the sun couldn't shine through to the earth. The sun went sizzle, sizzle, sizzle at the clouds, and the clouds went cut, bang, boom back. They stopped being friends and were never seen in the sky together again. Oh no, that's sad. Oh no, they both look upset. Oh, sad. I don't like that. With the sun and clouds far apart, it was scorching hot on some days and damp and cold on others. And worst of all, there were no more rainbows. Without rainbows, the flowers, streams, and even cities started to lose their color. Soon, the earth was black and white. But in one little town, in one little school, in one little desk, there was one little forgotten box of crayons, and the crayons still had their colors. The desk rattled, shook, clambered, and clanked. All of a sudden, it toppled over, and the box of crayons tumbled out. Ah! I'm naked! The black one, the yellow one, is on top of the orange one, and the orange one says, "Get off me!" "Yippee!" says the green crayon. "I'm out of here," says the red crayon. "Oh, woe is me," says the blue crayon. "Hey, where are all the colors?" asked the purple crayon. The crayons started to search for the colors. They raided marker bins and tore through art projects, but everything, as far as they could see, was only black and white. Who made all the colors go away? This is so sad. What about daffodils and butter? If oranges aren't orange, do I even exist? This is terrible. The crayons looked out the window. The sun was all the way to one side of the sky, looking angry, and the clouds were all the way to the other, looking gloomy. I miss all the colors. We can't even draw rainbows together now. Wait, that's it. We need to save the rainbows. So the crayons started drawing little rainbows all over town. But nothing happened. The sun and the clouds didn't seem to notice. "We have to make our rainbows bigger," Violet said. Working together, the crayons drew and scribbled. They made the biggest, brightest, most colorful rainbow the world had ever seen. "Oh, I love that rainbow." Oh my gosh, you guys. Isn't that a beautiful rainbow? I love rainbows so much. They're so pretty. Ever so slowly, the sun perked up, and the clouds floated in for a closer look. The sun and the clouds both peered down, admiring the giant rainbow the crayons had drawn. "What bright colors," said the sun. "It's incredible," said the clouds. They looked at each other with great big smiles. The sun said to the clouds, "Remember when we used to be together all the time and make rainbows?" The clouds nodded. "I'm sorry for going clap, bang, boom at you. And I'm sorry for going sizzle, sizzle, sizzle at you," said the sun. "It's better being friends," said the sun, and the clouds agreed. They hugged. The sun shined brightly, and the clouds misted happy rain. Ever so slowly, rainbows appeared near and far, turning the world colorful once again. Oh my goodness, look at that beautiful picture! You guys, I love that rainbow. And they brought in all the colors. Look, the sun is happy now. And the clouds are happy now. Isn't that nice? Oh, I just love that book. That's one of my favorite stories. Probably because I love rainbows so much. That's probably something to do with it. So, that was our last story for today. I did have some information I wanted to share with you guys. Hope I can get it to come up here. Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, so today at the Lucy Wortham James Elementary School from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. they're having a book giveaway. Our Friends of the Library has partnered with the elementary school and I believe the Caring Center. And according to this flyer that I have, reading is important. It says Wednesday in the LWJE parking lot, all students from age Tiger Cubs to 12th grade, today from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And a special thank you to the Friends of the Library and St. James Caring Center for donating. So go get a free book, you guys. They're giving away lots of great books, and I know for sure some of them are really, really good because I took them over there. Well, I gave them to my friend with the friends, and she took them over there. So I hope you guys get a chance to go over there. And then one other thing I wanted to share with you guys is that tomorrow night, Thursday night, I'm hoping to be able to do our bedtime stories from my campsite. If for some reason I'm not able to do that, then I will have some pre-recorded bedtime stories that will go up for you guys to watch. So have a great day. I am excited to see you again next time, and have a fun weekend. Bye guys, and don't forget to go get those books.